Welcome to the T3 Motion training video. The following training drills were developed to properly train individuals to safely operate the T3 Motion personal mobility vehicle. Now let's take a look at the operational features of the T3. On the right side of the headset is the ignition switch. Place the ignition key in the ignition switch, turn forward 1/4 turn to activate the power to the vehicle. After the ignition switch is turned on, the display screen will go through an approximately 5-second internal check. When "Drive Safely" appears on the screen, the vehicle is ready to operate. On the left side of the control head is the speed limiter switch. With that switch in the horizontal position, it limits the speed of the vehicle to approximately 10 miles per hour. When the switch is placed in the vertical position, it allows full speed of the vehicle. In front of the operator platform is a lockable water-resistant storage compartment. Inside the storage compartment is the main breaker switch for the T3, as well as a DC power outlet for recharging handheld devices. The power modules are located forward of the operator platform. The modules can be slid out individually and replaced with a fully charged module, allowing for continuous operation. On each power module is an LED light to help the operator determine the remaining power level in the module. The T3 is equipped with an optional soft storage or pannier pack that can be unclipped and removed from the vehicle. The lighting and siren control switches are located on the front of the operator control panel. The switch on the right rear controls the emergency lights. The switch on the right front controls the siren. The switch on the left rear controls the headlights, taillights, and display panel. Braking on the T3 is controlled by a single brake lever located on the right side handlebar of the vehicle. To stop the T3, simply squeeze the brake lever. The T3 also has a manually set parking brake. To set the parking brake, squeeze the brake while simultaneously pushing forward on the parking brake lever until it engages. To release the parking brake, simply squeeze the brake lever until the parking brake device releases. Power for the T3 is controlled by either a twist throttle or an optional thumb throttle. To accelerate the T3 with the twist throttle, simply twist towards the operator. To accelerate with the thumb throttle, simply push forward with your thumb on the throttle lever. Charging the power modules on the T3. The T3 utilizes a portable charger that allows the operator to charge the power modules either on board or off board. When connecting the cable of the charger to the module, ensure the 3 alignment pins are correctly matched. The first training pattern is the low-speed cone weave. 6 cones are placed in a straight line 6 feet apart. The operator makes rounded, slow-speed turns around each of the cones in both directions. Initially, you'll need to look down at the cones when turning. As you become more proficient, try to keep your head up and look forward to simulate a patrol situation. The second training pattern is the figure 8 cone weave. 2 cones are placed 6 feet apart. The rider makes figure 8 turns around the 2 cones. As you make your turns, make sure you lean into the turn. As your proficiency becomes better, you can increase your speed, and at the same time you increase your speed, you must increase the lean into the turn. Training pattern number 3 is the offset 90-degree turns. Place 4 cones 10 feet apart in an offset square. Starting with left turns, place the front tire of the T3 in front of cone 1. Turn the handlebars 90 degrees to the left towards the next cone. Accelerate slowly towards that cone and stop before striking the cone. Turn the handlebars to the left and repeat for the next 3 cones. Training pattern number 4 will be the offset 90-degree turns to the right. Follow the same procedure and setup as the offset turns to the left. Training pattern number 5 is the 0-degree U-turns. Place a row of cones 6 feet apart from a second row of cones. Drive into the cone pattern to the left edge of the traffic cones. Stop in the center of the pattern. Turn the handlebars to the right until the handlebar stop is reached. Slowly accelerate out of the cone pattern. Repeat the process by driving into the right side of the cone pattern, stopping in the cone pattern, turning the handlebars to the positive stop on the left, then slowly accelerating out of the cone pattern. Training pattern number 6 is the high-speed cone weave. Place 6 cones in a straight line 18 feet apart at a speed of 8 miles per hour Drive through the cone pattern, making rounded turns around each cone. As your proficiency increases, you may increase the speed to a maximum of 12 miles per hour. Ensure that you lean into the cone around each turn. As the speed increases, the lean must also increase to maintain stability of the vehicle. The final training pattern is the obstacle course. Set up the low-speed cone weave, the 6 cones 6 feet apart in a straight line. Place a 2x4 after the 5th and 6th cone of the pattern. Drive through the cone pattern, making slow rounded turns. Drive up and over the 2x4s, simulating an obstacle in the roadway. When descending curbs, slowly approach the curb while smoothly braking. Slowly roll over the curb with the front tire. Continue braking until the rear wheels slowly roll over the curb. To ascend a curb, approach the curb slowly as you stand to the rear of the rider platform. Prior to reaching the curb, pull up sharply on the handlebars, which will allow the front wheel to roll up and over the curb. Once you become proficient in all of the training drills, it's time to go out and put the T3 to work for you.